Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to continue working on part 8 of this gas station. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to finish up the site. As you can see, we've added the gutter and we started with this. Now we're going to continue working on the poles. So I'm going to go to ground, and what I'm going to do is actually going to edit them. I want them to be around 300 by 300 instead, not 1000, because that's too much. So I'm going to make this 300 by 300, and I want to make sure that, so that's good. With that, I'm going to delete this and then just add them afterwards. This one should be going right here, and then in the midpoint, so we're gonna put this one, and then this should be moved right here under grid line G, and this one grid line C, and we're gonna copy this and then put it right here. And then after that, we're going to put something in the middle. So I'm gonna estimate it around there here. So if we want to double check, around 11.9, and then here around 11.9. So here you put it, so double check here again, 11.9. So here it's 12.52. So we're going to just move this one right about here, and that's good enough. That's on grid line E. And then after that, we're gonna put one in the middle, so copy, extend this around 5,000, and then this one as well around 5,000. So copy this around 5,000. So we have double those support. And what I want to do after that is just move this a little bit on the right side, so around probably 1500, and that's goes here as well, 1500 for this one. And then let's click on finish and make sure to put it all the way to 5,000, because that's our line for our roof or our canopy. So here up to 5,000 canopy, and then obviously after this we click on finish, and we could add in our canopy, so the roof. So we could just click on edit here again. I just want to double check that I put a concrete there. Okay, so that's good. Now I want to add an extrusion, and this one should be a different material. So I want to make sure that we're putting a different material right here. So that one is already used. This one, I'm gonna use this one. And then here, I'm gonna put it in the canopy. So I'm gonna double click here, And that's the thing that I don't like, is it's not visible when you're putting it right here. So I'm gonna set, so I'm still gonna go to ground. I'm gonna set it instead. Here I'm gonna set it to canopy, so it's going to be on top of it. And then the extrusion is 200. And then after that, we just need to click on rectangle, and then rectangle, and then click on C4 up to G6. And then after that, obviously we're going to extend it a little bit more. So right here, I'm gonna set around 3000. And then here as well, around 3000. And then we're gonna click on finish, and then see it in 3D. So that's looking good right there. I'm gonna make it thicker, so I'm gonna put 400 instead. And then click finish. And then before we forgot, I'm going to add this vacuum right here. So all of this will be available in part 1 description. So this one can be used right here and to this side, and then this one as well on this side. So those are the vacuum after you do your car washing. So here I'm just gonna put this one, rotate it 90 afterwards, and then push it a little bit back right here. And then we could reuse this to have to show our air compressor. So if you get a flat tire, you have something like this right here on this side. So that's looking good. I want to make this one thicker because we're going to put the Shell logo right there. So I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker to show that we have that. And then I want to gauge how big this is, and then so I'm gonna go to insert, load family, and then we're going to check entourage, and then we have a Beetle car right here, and then CM, add the car. So I'm planning to add 1, 2, but as you can see, the spacing is too much. I think we could add more of the station, but it's a overkill basically. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to gauge it right here, and then I'm gonna move it forward. So I'm going to edit this one, edit in place, and then edit extrusion, and we could just move this one a little bit right here, so we have enough space. I'm gonna gauge where we're going to put this. This is around 8,000. So I'm going to be roughly putting this to 8,000, and I'm gonna be good with that. $1,000, and let's check. So 73 more, and we're good. And then here, I just want to make sure that we have everything. So 149 more. MV to move, 149. And then there we go. Click finish. And what I'm gonna do now is to check the canopy, edit extrusion, and go back to ground so that we could see how it looks. Same thing here. I'm going to put this one at 3,000. And then this one as well, 3,000. And I think I'm good with that. As you can see, we gauge it from there, and I think the spacing now is much appropriate. You could delete this or just leave it just for view if you want to. We could make this one around maybe 500 for now. And then after that, let's go to architecture, model in place, and then generic model again. Actually, we could just use right here and then just change the material again to another concrete. And then after that, we're going to create the placement where you put the so we're gonna put this one right here. I want it to be around 2,000, and I want it to be in midpoint. MV, and then after that, MV to just put it right about here. And then we're gonna grab it, copy, and then just copy it like that, and then copy it again. Make sure multiple is checked so that you don't need to redo it. And for me, 200 is good enough. Thickness right there. And of course, what we're gonna do is we're gonna curve it a little bit more. So for this one, we forgot to, so I'm gonna undo that. So this one, I'm gonna set it to ground. I just want to double check how it looks. So that looks good. It's starting to look good now. And then now we edit. We try to curve it now. So we're going to use fillet arc right here. And we want to maintain around 700 so that everything is consistent. So 700 for how much it will arc. We're gonna take care of that. and then put this one to 700, and then select this again. And then just go back to make it 700. Click finish and finish, and let's look at it. So that's looking good. So next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna add some bollards. So I'm gonna go to ground, and then here under insert, load family, let's go back to site, and then we have accessory here, and then we have bollard, and I'm gonna add bollard right here, and then CM, and let's add it right about here, and then let's select this, and we want to make sure that this is painted as yellow, so that's correct. And then let's mirror this, so let's look for the midpoint, which is right here. I want to double check the height right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select, right click, select all instant, visible in view, and I'm just gonna offset this to 200, the height of this one, so that everything is on the top of this island. And then after this, let's select all of them again, and then copy CO, and then grab it from that corner or that midpoint, so that we could add it instantly. And then as you can see, we have the bollards added. Other things that we're gonna do is in terms of the fuel pump, I'd seen a better looking fuel pump, so we're not gonna do that. Also, so once we're in Twinmotion, we are going to add that fuel tank. It's a SketchUp block, so we're gonna add it from there. And also we're going to separate so we're gonna paint the top, and then the bottom, and then the side as well. So maybe the side only, because the two for the top we already have the similar material that we're gonna use, but for the side we need to change it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select edit in place. We need to go to edit in place of this, because this is a model in place. So in order for you to use paint, you will need to do that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a material that we haven't used yet. So I'm gonna use this for now, so that I know that we haven't used it yet. So metal, paint green, and obviously this one is going to be white. I just want to differentiate it right now. So that's good right there. We could delete the cars now, we don't need it, so might as well just click on finish and delete both of this. And then probably in the next video we're gonna create the shell logo that goes around here, also the shell icon, and we're gonna go from there. So Thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.